What's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and I am super excited to do this video here today. It's going to give a great explanation of the differences between your acceleration phase, your transition phase, and your top end speed phase. Give a little bit more information too about what your numbers should be. I'm a big person on, kind of copying what the best people do, right? We have certain things that we do within our business, within our overall structure within programs, and it's all based around, especially within the strength and conditioning community. It's like, okay, what can we get from other people that are already doing really good stuff and be able to maximize our ability to perform for others. And it's a similar thing with business as well. If you know what the other people are doing, it'll help you do that, help you succeed faster. You don't have to make as many mistakes. So point being, let's do the same thing for track, right? If you're a 100-meter runner, and you're trying to figure out how you can be faster or better with your 100 meters, this is going to help you get more information for what it is like to run fast and what the top guys do. And what we're going to look at here, who we're going to look at, is Sachin Dennis. He is a 16-year-old who runs 10.2, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, I've already done a breakdown on him before, and I just wanted to go back just because it's like I was watching the video and I was just like, man, I've learned so much more since I did that breakdown. I'd just love to give you guys more information, more content. The issue with this video is the start is a little bit different, so just bear with me at the very, very beginning, but then after that, it's usually pretty good. So you can see where he's at here, but then within the video, for whatever reason, you can see a little bit of shade there in the back, right where the cursor's at, and that's actually him starting. And what we want to look at is, and you can see his foot right above my cursor, is how much time is he going to spend on the ground. And this is going to be the first part in getting into the acceleration phase. So you can see, boom, that's the first time his foot touches the ground. And we're going to go, by the way, we're looking at 30 frames per second here. Okay, so boom, that's one frame where he touches the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames he's off of the ground, which is 0.23 seconds. Okay, 7 frames is 0.23 seconds before he gets that first foot off the ground. Okay, then second foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's 6 seconds. That's 0.2 seconds before he gets off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 0.4 seconds, which is 1.3 seconds before he gets off the ground. So you can see how he went from 7 seconds to 6 seconds to 4 seconds with his actual time on the ground. That'll be very, very important. We always talk about stride frequency. We can see how fast he gets his stride frequency going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 4 seconds, 0.13 seconds. That's his fourth step. This is all acceleration start phase, by the way. It's got to be acceleration start phase. So the big thing that we're looking and working through is when does it go from acceleration to transition, and then when does it go from transition to top end speed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit longer than 4 there. He adjusted his spine angle as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 4, and these are all 0.13 seconds. 1, 2, 3. First one where we got under 4 seconds, or 4 frames per second there. 3 frames is 0.1 because it's 30 frames for that, so that's 0.1 seconds. 1, 2, 3. A little bit after 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're got, so somewhere between these last 4 has got to be where we're gotten into transition phase, right? So I'd say probably once we get past that whole, where you got that 4, a few of them where it's 4 frames in a row, that's as you're getting out of that acceleration phase and starting to get into your transition phase. So now he's into his transition phase here in the actual run, so we can start to think of it as, okay, he's transitioning through the actual movement and making it so now he's going from the current position that he's went from acceleration, now he's into his actual transition phase. Now, one of the things with Sachin, he has really a great transition phase, and one of the big reasons why he does, if you look at his spine, he really uses a lot of his spine movement in order to get everything going, and he puts a big emphasis on maximizing his foot being out in front of him, right? He puts a big focus on keeping his feet out in front of him and also driving with that spine, which helps him during this transition phase. And this is going to be, you're in your transition phase for a little bit of time. We can see here, let's go and count here. 1, 2, 3.5, maybe 3.3 seconds before he gets off the ground there, which is probably about 1.6 or sorry 1.1 1.16 seconds, somewhere in there is going to be like 3.5. 1, 2, 3, boom, that was a nice clean 3. 1, 2, 3, again a little bit longer time on the left side compared to the right side. 1, 2, 3, probably 3, 2, 3, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it's getting closer and closer to top end. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's getting pretty close to going from transition to top end speed. So right about there is when you could start to say, okay, he's getting closer and closer to top end speed. Now I'd say he's probably in that top end speed. And by the way, so going into that 0.3 seconds, so right at 0.3 is 0.1 seconds. When it gets to 4, it's 0.13. In between there's that 0.116. And so his foot contact time is somewhere between 0.1 and 0.12 or 0.115, 0.116, right? There's going to be a little bit more time in between. But again, the big focus is on how much time are the best guys doing? If he's running a 10-200, how fast is he spending on each one of his steps during his acceleration phase, during his transition phase, and during his top end speed phase? So, acceleration phase, his first step, he's spending that 0.26 seconds with the 8 frames per second, and then, or sorry, it was 0.23. It was 7 frames per second on the first step, so 0.23. And then the next step was 6 seconds, so it was 0.2. And then he went right from there to 4. So his third step was 0.13. His fourth step was also 0.13. And then he started to, he had a couple steps in a row where it took him 4 frames per second till he got off. So he stayed at that 0.13. And then we went to the transition phase once he got from 4 seconds to 4 frames to 3 frames. And then during that transition phase, he was at 3 frames per second, which is about 0.1 seconds. Now we're getting into his top end speed phase, which, here, boom, 1, 2, 2.5 there before he gets off. 1, 2, right, barely. So 2.5 is 0.1 or 0.083 seconds is 2.5. 1, 2, again, 2.5-ish seconds, right? So now we're in that top end speed. Maybe he's in a 2.3 frames, which is 0.076 seconds. I know this is a lot of numbers, but this is important. When you're watching yourself run, you can start to connect to, okay, what is it that I can improve on within my sprint? And if you get an understanding of how much time these guys are spending on the ground, now you're going to be able to make a big influence on what you could do to maximize maybe your ankle stabilization, or what you could do to, just improve your time on the ground. And then real quick, another important thing that you guys want to think about is how much time does he spend off the ground? So he takes 2.5 seconds, let's say, or 2.3 seconds, which is between 0.083 and 0.09 seconds before he transitions off the ground. And now how long does it take him to cycle through? So we're going to go left leg here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.5-ish seconds, which is going to be 0.38 seconds is how long it takes him to transition with his left leg from toe off to initial foot contact. Now with the right leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 and a half, or 11.8 maybe, 11.8, 0.39. So he's about 0.38, 0.39 seconds in his actual cycle, right? And how long it takes, which is about, again, we will go into maybe somewhere between 11 and 12 frames before he's cycling through. Again, important numbers to connect with. Where are you compared to where you can be in terms of your sprint? This is going to be a huge, huge video, and I hope you guys can really take some great information and help you run faster. Again, this is the Run 10 too. So if you're, somebody that's, struggling to get maybe even under 11 flat, you could really connect with, okay, this is where my numbers need to be at in order to get there, and this is how scientifically you should be looking at your run in order to really maximize your performance. All right, guys, as always, thanks so much for watching these videos. We have a new speed program that we have out that is going to be an amazing speed program. Goes into modules. This video is actually going to be part of our speed program. So if you're part of our speed program watching this right now, thank you so much for purchasing. And if you have any interest in our speed program, go ahead and click the link below. $97. That's probably $1,500 worth of value easily. Just for this video that you probably watched. I mean, this is a free video, so it's not, a lot of value. But just to give you an understanding of how in-depth we're looking at not only the sprinting, which we have 12 modules that explain the sprinting, but we're going to go into detail about obviously strength and conditioning, your range of motion. We have nutrition programs on there. I mean, there's so much great information, and it goes into detail for what you can do to maximize your acceleration, what you can do to maximize your transition, and what you can do to maximize your top end speed. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.